Hello there. Welcome to my video. Thank you very much for dropping by. And we are just finishing up a stealth camp, a successful stealth camp. No warnings, nobody knocking on the window, no tickets. When I've just kind of discovered that when an area says no camping, I guess there's two kinds of signs. I just want to make sure I'm heading the right way. Nope, must have been turned left. There's two kinds of signs. There's no parking overnight, and then no overnight camping. So I'm thinking I'm gonna turn this air on because I'm gonna have to turn the air conditioning on. It's 18 degrees outside, but I just don't want to. I guess I could open the windows. What am I talking about? I got my little poof on, my poof. So, yeah. So again, no parking overnight means that they don't want your car in their parking lot overnight. And then there are places that say no camping. So this place said no overnight camping, I believe. And I get it. They don't want you to set up a tent because it's a park. It's a park for public park where people go, and they don't want people abusing it. This is the town of Rosseau. I was totally thinking that Rosseau and all the Great Lakes were just part of Muskoka, and they are. But on the way into Rosseau, just before the Rosseau sign for the town of Rosseau, there was a sign saying Parry Sound. And Parry Sound, if you want to look up a district of Parry Sound, it is an absolute huge area district. And so as I was coming into town, yeah, I'm going to do that up. It's just loud for me. As I was coming into town, it said Parry Sound, and the next sign said Rosseau. So I was thinking maybe my whole life I've been thinking Rosseau was Muskoka Lakes, but it was Parry Sound. So I went into a place that sold boats there, and just to ask her what their address is, which would help me big time. And she's like, yeah, they're Muskoka Lakes. And I'm like, okay. And they pay their taxes to Muskoka Lakes, so chances are Parry Sound might dip onto the highway and then out again. I don't know. I'll have to look it up, what the boundaries of Parry Sound are. So I had a really good sleep last night. The only thing that woke me up was Carol texting me at 5:30 in the morning. I'm not sure why she got up at 5:30 in the morning, but she got up at 5:30 in the morning. She has to drop Moose off, our Sprinter van. She has to drop that off to Mercedes today for three things. The engine light's on. It needs its yearly service. And what's the other thing? Oh, the backup camera is kind of blurry. And I've wiped it. I've cleaned it. It's still the same. And I'm not sure if I've ever told you guys the story. I'm pretty sure it was when I went to Boston. So I drove to Boston. I took Moose, and I wanted to fly to Boston from Buffalo because it was cheaper, and I was trying to save money. Like everybody's trying to save money. So I drove to Buffalo. I've done it so many times, I always get confused what trip it is, but I'm thinking it was Boston. I might be wrong. So I drive there, and the parking areas, like I always kind of thought that Buffalo didn't have like a covered garage area. I thought it was just all one big parking lot, and then you had, short-term, medium-term, long-term parking. And I should have just aimed for the long term, and I got confused, and I went for the middle of the road. Again, there's like a long road that goes by the highway, and then there's turn-offs into each type of parking lot. And I turned down the wrong one, thinking that was the right one. Got my ticket. I made it through the booth. The booth was at the right height. Made it through the booth. As I turned, it was heading me into the not underground parking, but the layered, multi-layered parking. And there was a big pipe, painted white pipe, and I'm thinking it was plastic, kind of like a drainage pipe maybe. hanging saying 8 point something feet. And I know my van's 9 feet and or above 9 feet. And then I stop, I'm looking at it, I'm glad nobody was behind me to pressure me. But I got out of the van and looked, and I'm trying to figure out how am I supposed to get out of the situation. I've already got my ticket. I don't think I can back up through the booth. And I'm sure there's security watching me. What the hell is this guy doing? And at the same time, I'm pressured to make my video, and I need to get into the airport. I can't remember if I was... No, I didn't. I flew out the next morning, but I was pressured to go in there and try to eat something in the airport to make content for you guys. And again, I'm when I get into shooting a video, I'm in this mode, and when things get in my way, I just want to kind of push it aside and just keep going, because I need to get this video shot for you, and I have it in my mind how it's going to go. Every time it always turns out, no matter what goes wrong, and trust me, tons of things go wrong in my videos. Tons of things. And you guys just don't see them most of the time. Sometimes I leave them in, little bits and pieces, like stores being closed and me being frustrated at that. And sometimes I leave that kind of stuff in. But sometimes I take all that kind of stuff out, because I want my videos to be as positive as possible. But sometimes I think some of those situations are funny, and so I'm also trying to make you guys smile and laugh at my issues that I have. So anyway, so I get to the airport, I got through, I'm stuck between the gatehouse and the building with this pipe. And the building's got to be like 10 to 12 feet high. The parking garage is 10 to 12 feet high, but on chains, they have a pipe hanging down 2 or more feet, and it's on a really long chain. I'm like, you know what? I need to park the van. I don't have time for this. So I just slowly approached the, I just call it underground parking. Slowly approached the underground parking, and I'm slowly approaching the garage, and I just let it just tap the front of the van, and then it just kind of drags along the top, and it's not making any crazy scratching sounds. And because it's just a plastic pipe, but it had to have some weight to it, I'm guessing. And then I kind of knew that the camera is on the back, but I didn't think, like, again, I was going so slow, there was nobody around, so I wasn't being pressured to go faster. And then I felt it go over the end. Done. Drove in, and there was a parking spot right there by the entrance, if you guys remember that video. And so I jammed it into a parking spot. It fit perfectly. It's a 22-foot van. I'm glad it wasn't like a wall. There was a wall, but it was further back with like those parking curbs, and so my ass end stuck up over that, and my car was parked, or my van was parked almost as level as everybody else. And then from there we went into the airport. There's no food in the airport. It's, again, Buffalo Airport's really, really, really small. And so then I went across the street, ate at a hotel restaurant, and then came back, slept in the van, flew out the next day. And then I think I, again, either went to Boston. Yeah, I think I went to Boston, because I was thinking maybe it was Florida, but no, I didn't. I slept at what's it called? Texas Roadhouse. So when I went to Florida, that was 2 years ago now. Oh, a year and a bit. When I came back, so when I did park it and I was walking through the parking garage, I was like looking around saying, oh my God, because there's these things hanging everywhere. And I'm guessing that there was possibly somewhere in there low-hanging pipe. My phone just fell off. Jeez. I'm thinking that some people keep asking me, what cell phone holder do you have? And I'm afraid to tell you, because as it gets older, it gets weaker and it drops my phone often. And I'm not sure if it's a bump you hit and then it releases. I don't know what it is. It just falls apart. So maybe not get that one. All right, back to this story. So when I was walking through the parking garage, I was looking to see, and I think, again, there must be some areas that have low pipes, and they don't want trucks like mine hitting pipes like that. But I'm like, I'll have to figure it out when I come back from my trip, because I gotta get this done. Get up in the morning, fly to Boston, do all my Boston stuff, fly back. When I come back to the parking garage, I think I slept there that night, and then I woke up the next morning, and then I walked the garage and figured the best route to get out of there to avoid all of those hanging pipes, because the pipe wasn't like the whole width of the driving lane. It was like on one side, so I literally could like downhill ski through the moguls, through the parking garage, and I didn't hit anything else. And even the last one was kind of off to the side, so I could kind of drive around it. So I didn't hit anything else on the way out. And then I talked to the parking garage guy. I go, I can't believe I just made it out of there with this van. He goes, yep. He goes, it happens all the time. I'm like, wow. So, yeah, he said, next time you park here, just go to the long term, and then you have no issues over there, because it's just level parking. So I think from that point going forward, we've had camera issues. So I'm hoping it's a connection, because I'm afraid what Mercedes will charge to replace it. I'm hoping it's just a easy repair, but I guess we'll find out by the end of today. Oops, slow down. Your speed is 70. Oh, and I'm doing 70. Perfect. I was just doing over 70 coming into this little community. I'm not sure which community we're in. I'm just been yapping to you guys. All right, guys. Well, just like I said, just did another successful stealth camp. Slept well. My shoulder is getting better day by day. I'm not sure if it's the medication that I'm on or what. So I think it's possible time, because it's now 15 days since I did that, and I can get out of bed without it hurting me. And there's something's coming up soon. I don't want to give it away, but something's coming up soon that questions whether or not I should go or not, because my back is still trying to get better. My shoulder is still trying to get better, and I'm not sure if I should do this trip that's coming up, and I'm a little worried about it. Okay, so we're coming up to Lake Joseph Road, and we were on 141. In Rosseau, there was a burger joint there called 141 Burgers, and 141 is just the highway that kind of skirts across east to west, right by my cottage all the way over to here. And I guess this is where, I'm not sure if it ends here. Lake Joseph Road, Perry Sound. If I wanted to go 400 north, go that way, 400 south that way. 400 is the main highway that goes by our house in Innisfil. So there's the personal watercraft. Let me know what you guys think of personal watercraft. Here's another question for you. Hope you guys don't mind me just like constantly asking you guys questions, but it's always nice to get some feedback from you. So the personal watercraft, we had one for many years, and I'm not sure how many times you use it. You know, if you go up every single weekend to the cottage, you know, there are weekends where you'll use it like all day long, and then there are weekends that you won't use it. So is it better to rent a personal watercraft, or is it better to buy one? Because they're expensive. They could be like 10 grand for a brand new one, probably more. Like, obviously the faster and the bigger ones are well over $10,000, and most people want two. So double the price, because you want to go with somebody as opposed to riding tandem motorcycle person on your back kind of thing. You know, you buy this thing for, let's say, $15,000, and you're only using it every other weekend, and there's only so many weekends in a summer that you can use it. So you're paying all this money to have this thing either sitting beside your dock or sitting on a trailer all winter, and then you have to store it, you have to winterize it, then you have to summarize it, if that's the right word. I know, winterizing, and then springerizing, summerizing, I don't know, unwinterizing it, getting it ready for the summer. So, and I've known people that have bought them, and when they bought them, it was like, oh, amazing, cool, let's go for a ride. And now I see people who own them. They sit on a trailer Loretta's. So I'm guessing that's the main Loretta's. I just had a latte from a little spot in Rosseau, and I thought it was a mom and pop shop, but it looks like that's possibly the mom and pop shop, and that's like what would you call it? Like not a franchise, but like a little pod. Let's put our little feelers out, and we'll put a little store here, but this is the main store, and that's like a little offshoot store. I don't know. Anyway, so let me know what you think about personal watercraft, because I personally think it'd be better to say, oh, when we all go up to the cottage, let's all pitch in, because they're like $200, $300 to rent for a day, and it would be great to just rent it for a day, and you get it first thing in the morning, and you just go nuts all day long, and then you just give it back, and then you don't have to do anything. And if you get enough people that want to ride it, let's say 4 people, you divide so like 50 something bucks a piece for the day. I think that's worth it, and then it gets it out of your system, and then you don't have a $10,000, $15,000 line of credit going. Your Visa's going nuts. Anyway, so I am now heading south to get home to edit this video and to edit the KBD Productions TV video. It is Thursday morning at 10 o'clock, so it's possible I could get both videos done, but if I don't want to stress myself out, it'll probably take today and tomorrow. And then I got to come back up to the cottage, finish, like, I think there's two more deck pieces that I got to fix, like have to be fixed, and then the stairs. And I would probably, if I can get up to the cottage earlier Friday, if I can get those 3 things done, then I can relax Saturday, Sunday, and then something big's happening Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And again, I don't want to spill the beans. So thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. You guys did an amazing job watching my Costco video. It's over 14,000 views. And just to give you a heads up, when a video on my vlog channel does that well, the money that we made on that video paid for those steaks. So thank you very much for the steaks. You guys are amazing. Hope you enjoyed that video. I enjoyed the video immensely, making the video and eating the food. So there's a double whammy for me. All right, so thanks for all your support on this channel. This channel, it just keeps jumping and jumping and jumping, and we're gonna hit 50,000 subscribers real soon, and I thank every single one of you for that. So we'll talk to you later. Bye.